Imagine waking up in a world with no roads, no signs, no maps, and no GPS. If you got lost today, your phone could probably save you. But ancient humans had none of that. Yet somehow, they traveled thousands of miles across forests, mountains, deserts, and frozen lands. They spread across almost every continent long before maps were ever invented. So how did they always know which way to go? The answer begins with something you see every single day: the sun. Every morning, it rose from nearly the same direction, and ancient humans quickly noticed this pattern. They also realized that shadows changed predictably throughout the day. By watching the sun and studying their own shadows, they could estimate direction without ever needing a map. This knowledge wasn't written in books. It was passed down from one generation to the next. When they wanted to travel east, they followed the morning sun. By evening, the setting sun helped them understand where west was. Without realizing it, ancient humans had created the world's very first navigation system. But what happened when thick clouds covered the sky for days? Nature offered far more than just the sun. Rivers became their next great guide. A flowing river was more than a source of water. It was a natural highway leading through forests, valleys, and open plains. Where rivers flowed, food, fresh water, and wildlife usually followed. Mountains also became giant landmarks that could be seen from miles away. Instead of climbing dangerous peaks, ancient humans learned to travel through natural mountain passes. Along the coast, the shoreline became another reliable guide. As long as the sea stayed on one side, they always knew which direction they were traveling. Nature itself became a giant map, one that never needed to be drawn. When darkness covered the land, ancient humans didn't stop traveling. They simply looked up. Certain stars always appeared in the same part of the sky, making them reliable guides night after night. Long before compasses existed, the stars quietly pointed the way. But the sky wasn't their only guide. The ground told stories too. Fresh animal tracks revealed where deer, mammoths, and other animals had traveled. By following these trails, humans often found water, food, and safe routes through unfamiliar land. Every footprint revealed a clue about what animal had passed, how recently it had been there, and where it was heading. Reading tracks became one of the first survival skills every young hunter had to master. Today, we trust satellites. Ancient humans trusted the land itself. Over time, they discovered another powerful navigation tool: the landscape. They didn't memorize roads. They memorized the world itself. A giant twisted tree, a towering cliff, a waterfall, or a uniquely shaped rock became unforgettable landmarks. Each landmark connected to the next, creating a mental map stored inside their minds. Their brains became remarkably skilled at remembering entire landscapes after seeing them only once. Sometimes elders even drew simple routes in the sand to explain a journey, but the drawing would disappear while the route remained in memory forever. Eventually, the students became the guides, passing this knowledge to the next generation. Lose your phone today, and many people feel lost. Ancient humans carried the map inside their minds. Long before books or paper maps existed, every journey was remembered as a story. Around campfires, wise elders described every river, mountain, cave, and valley in vivid detail. They would say, "Cross the river, turn at the giant rock, rest near the waterfall, then follow the valley." These weren't just stories. They were living maps passed from one generation to the next. Every child learned these routes by listening and then teaching them again. As different tribes met, they exchanged food, tools, and navigation knowledge. Over centuries, thousands of journeys connected together into one enormous network of shared memory. Today's maps live inside our phones, but theirs lived inside human minds. Eventually, staying in one place was no longer enough. Ancient humans began searching for new lands. Many journeys started by following migrating animals across endless grasslands. They crossed rivers, climbed mountains, and entered places no human had ever seen before. Over thousands of years, these small journeys connected into one incredible migration that spread humanity from Africa into Asia, Europe, Australia, and eventually the Americas. During the Ice Age, frozen land bridges opened completely new routes between continents. Every new valley offered fresh water, food, and a chance for a better future. Families separated into smaller groups, carrying the same navigation knowledge into completely different environments. Most migrations weren't completed in one lifetime. They continued for generations. Today, we cross continents in hours by airplane. Ancient humans achieved the same journeys one careful step at a time. The greatest navigation tool they ever possessed wasn't in their hands. It was inside their brains. Every river, mountain, cave, cave, giant tree, and star became part of a living memory. Instead of following paper maps, they replayed entire journeys inside their minds. Children learned these routes from the moment they could walk. Each generation inherited this knowledge and passed it forward. This extraordinary memory helped people find hidden springs, safe shelters, and reliable hunting grounds year after year. Their brains transformed nature into one enormous mental map. In many ways, the human brain became the first GPS ever created. Against all odds, ancient humans accomplished something almost impossible. They explored an entire world without ever drawing a single map. Over thousands of years, these journeys connected nearly every continent where humans could live. No single person completed the migration. Each generation simply walked a little farther than the one before. Every successful journey opened the door to new homes, fresh opportunities, and better chances of survival. While modern people often panic when technology fails, ancient humans trusted careful observation, experience, and memory. They watched the sky, read the land, and noticed every important detail. Whether crossing deserts, forests, frozen landscapes, or coastlines, nature always left clues for those who knew how to read them. Their greatest invention wasn't a compass. It was the remarkable ability to understand the natural world. After thousands of years of walking, humanity had reached almost every corner of the earth. Every path on our planet represents countless generations of courage, curiosity, and determination. Their compass was the sun, their GPS was memory, and their map was the world around them. The roads we travel today began with footsteps taken thousands of years ago. Even now, every explorer follows the same instinct that guided our ancestors: the desire to discover what lies beyond the horizon. Without satellites, written directions, or modern technology, ancient humans still connected the entire world. Nature gave them the clues, but intelligence transformed those clues into one of the greatest adventures in human history. So the next time you open a map or follow your GPS, remember this: our ancestors crossed the world with nothing but courage, observation, and an extraordinary mind. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to subscribe, and join us for the next adventure into ancient human history.